Everybody again wants to do Airbnb. This is kind of situation you run into. Individual who doesn't care, started doing a drug party, those are NOS, standing around, ask him to leave, still haven't left, doesn't want to leave, and you basically have to threaten him, unfortunately.
The most outrageous things my Airbnb guests ever got away with. One guest tried checking in but went to the wrong door. And instead of calling me, they broke a window to get inside. Make it make sense. Another guest booked for one night and went through an entire month's worth of toilet paper. I don't even want to think about why. One guest booked for 3 days, ended up staying for 3 months. And I couldn't legally evict them. So basically, I was out here giving free housing. And of course, they treated the place like a trash can. A guest left.
Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. One of them jokers be trying to move. Tires ended up flat. Car disappearing. All kinds of random stuff just be happening to them.
Her cat behind after check.
You stay in my Airbnb, you just gonna get that random. I'm not leaving. Oh, stay. Keep your behind right there. Just stay right there on that couch. Just stay right there. I'll be right back.
Out. When I messaged her, she casually replied, "I'll pick her up next week." I said no, and she had the audacity to say, "It's fine, I left plenty of food." At this point, I thought I had seen it all, until people started stealing my shower heads. Turns out they're actually amazing for your skin, so I can't even be mad. Had to start ordering these Afina filters in bulk just to be safe. Luckily, they're super affordable on Amazon.
And when you think you've seen it all, think again.
Snap.
This is how my guests left my Airbnb. If you've been following me for
That looked like something from Daytona Beach spring break or either Dallas or Houston spring break.
a while, you know I had some pretty disturbing guests. This was one of the worst nights of my entire hosting career. This guest broke the rules and had a major party. Not only did they leave excessive trash, property was broken, things were stolen, cops were even being called, and that still did not stop this guest. It took about 5 to 6 cops to stop this party. These guests did not give a fuck.
See, this happens to y'all because you see it coming. I swear, a lot of the hosts, they see this stuff coming. They just run right into it for the money. Y'all know y'all do it. Y'all run right into it for the money. Y'all forget about what was said, what was done. Y'all don't care. Y'all just run right into that shit for the money. Because if it's spring break weekend, you can charge a premium wherever it is. And y'all know it. So, that's the other side about it. And I'm gonna do one on the host too. Y'all can't lie and y'all can't be upset and do content off of you knowingly running down a dark alley by your damn self in the middle of the night, 12 o'clock. Damn, I got jumped.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that's what happens.
Were arguing back with the police officers. They were demanding to come back into the home. They were fighting inside and outside of the property. Wigs was being pulled, braids out of their scalp. It was so bad, I really couldn't even help but just to laugh. I just couldn't believe that this was my property. And to make matters worse, I had a guest that had to check in the same day. All of my properties have quick flips. They all had new check-in. Laundry needed to be done, inventory stock up. Basically, out of all days, this was not the day for this. I knew it was going to be bad based off the amount of people, but I had no clue of how it was going to look when my cleaner sent me this video. Not only did they fight in the hallways and in the living room, it somehow made it upstairs to the bedroom, to the point where entire glass was shattered and the heating vent was literally ripped off the hinges. All I have to say is, these people are the reason why Airbnbs are so high. While we have strict rules, while we don't accept just anybody.
That's the reason why Airbnb. See, when you get stuff like this with Airbnb, and you got to turn around and report them, and they got to replace it. That's the reason why they charging y'all more as hosts. They went up about 3% when it came to just their fees recently within the last 12 months. You're paying more, I'm sorry, to host under Airbnb than VRBO. And there's a bunch of other private sites. Matter of fact, I'm like this. If you're going to do Airbnb, and this is what I learned from doing mine, you need to turn around and just legit make it a business. A real business means you have a website. It has short-term rental information. They can book through that website. You treat Airbnb as like in addition to, because you can put it on VRBO, you can put it on some of these other sites. You don't just got to do Airbnb. Yeah, they'll book with Airbnb, but you got to market it outside of that system, that framework, that's the way you maximize your money. That's how you do it. You don't maximize your money by, oh boy, I'm gonna raise the rate, I'm gonna do it again. No, like if you got a good property and you know it's tight, like people love to stay here. Like in Georgia, they got like the tree house ones, and they got man, I did mine as like a winter wonderland. That was my theme. Some people have these theme ones. When you do these theme ones, these are great. You just focus on a theme and you do a complete website on that theme. You run ads for Facebook. You run ads for Instagram. I'm giving y'all all the juice right now. This is the juice. If you skip this right here and you trying to do Airbnb, you are lame. Because this is the juice. And you run the ads and people see it and they book directly through your website. You save so much money and you ain't got to deal with all of that stuff. And you even get a company that vets it. There's so many other companies out here that do Airbnb management.
I'm about to show y'all a palace, an Airbnb palace, right? I did a deep clean on this property, y'all. I am so hurt. Like, I am so hurt. No sense. Let me show you the home first. I'm gonna show you a quick snapshot of the home. So I don't have much time to show y'all this because I'm actually in the process of cleaning it, but this is the overall home. You can see glossy floors. I already started on the cleaning, but let me show y'all just what they did. So this is the master bedroom. When I say this did not look like this, look at the rug. They stayed here for 60 days. Look at the bedding. Every bed in this home looks like this. Every surface. Now let me show you what pissed me off. This, the most beautiful sink ever. They came in here and dyed their hair. They dyed their hair and damaged this sink with dye, right? It's all down the sink. And then I look at the floor and I'm like, okay, it's hair, it's red hair everywhere, red hair. They cut their hair freshly dyed. So now there's hair dye marks on the floor. There's red hair dye. They tore up and damaged this master bathroom floor as well as the counter surface.
Run that thing back with the, let me take that back real quick. You see that sink? That sink, that's not a cheap sink, yo. That layout right there, one piece, it's got the grills and it drops underneath there. The water pours down to one drain, or some of them have it double drained pour, but that's not cheap. And then the actual countertop that looks like granite. I'm like, damn. But this is the thing: if it is granite or even stone, to actually get dye in it, it's white and it just stays there. They must have been doing something. Like they must have planted it on there and just kept it there. It's no way you're gonna have a dye that look out. Nah.
It's the counter surface that they transferred the paint to the wall. Let me show y'all something real quick. As soon as I walked in the door, I wanted to cry. I was like, look how these people leave your home. Like, this is crazy. Every single, look at the wall. Look at the wall. This is how you leave them your home. I'm getting it back together, but this don't make no sense. Y'all book these people homes. They allow y'all into their homes, and then y'all don't take care of people's homes. Look, this home did not have a pest issue. We have palmetto Georgia bugs in here because you saw the door. They left the door open, you guys, to this beautiful home. They're tearing up these beautiful homes.
Where in the heck am I going to get four?
And I used to say before, because you renting it to the hood and all that. Nah. It's some of y'all white people that's dirty too. Come on. Y'all know, Jess next to you, she dirty. You know that already. This has nothing to do with color, has nothing to do with race. This is clear across the board. They wreck it and destroy it regardless of their color, ethnicity, where they're from. This is the habits. When your mom say you ain't got no home training, these are the ones that never did the work at home. Like my mom used to have a spray down baseboards, clean countertops, and clean windows and yeah, spray down baseboards, countertops and windows, doing all of that to keep the place looking nice. You know, keep the house looking nice. These are the people that never did any type of cleaning. They don't clean. No, they don't clean their house. This is what their house looks like. Y'all don't know, but a lot of your coworkers are nasty people. Nasty people. You got some nasty coworkers. You even got nasty church folks. I'm telling you, it don't mean nothing. I'm telling you. Excellence has nothing to do with color. It has nothing. Over time, people have just thrown in and said, oh yeah, those are YNs and, you know, young people. Yeah, they more susceptible to do it because their parents don't even teach them or hold them accountable. So of course they're going to come to your place, rent it, and not hold them accountable. But the same, man, 30, 40, 50-year-olds I've seen dirty. It's insane.
$1,000. Who's this?
This is Brett. I'm the owner of that Airbnb you booked last weekend.
Oh, yeah, that was a great place.
Well, it used to be until you left your trash everywhere.
Look, I'm sorry. You know, there was a party. More people got invited than I knew what was going on. It just turned into a way bigger thing than I even know was going to happen. Sorry.
Either way, you left the place absolutely trashed.
Can the Airbnb just cover it or something like that?
Airbnb's not going to cover it. You're going to have to pay me.
How much do you think that's going to cost?
Some of those guys punched holes in the walls, smashed a counter. One of the beds is broken. It's going to be at least $4,000.
Where in the heck am I going to get $4,000?
I'm going to have to file a claim through the Airbnb host guarantee. That means, you know, you're going to have to be paying up. Hey. Hello. What? God.
There's holes in the walls. One of the granite countertops is completely smashed. One of the beds are broken. Hello, is this Jessica?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Jack. I'm the owner of the Airbnb that you booked last weekend.
Oh, hey man, your place is awesome, by the way. Our sorority loved it.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you. It was definitely in better shape before you guys left it. You completely trashed it.
I mean, that's just the nature of the party, you know. When you party as hard as we do, you don't really care if the place is clean or not.
You guys did a lot of damage over there.
You can't just let this slide. I mean, I'm sure Airbnb will cover it or something.
Nah, that's not how this works. You're going to have to pay me directly for this.
Directly? How much is that going to cost?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet, but there's holes in the walls. One of the granite
I don't know why he's telling her that. I don't know. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of him. Why is he saying you got to pay me directly? Now, you try to get that money directly, I get it. But damn, man, how many times they gonna pay you directly? That's why that insurance for your Airbnb is necessary. It's a must.
countertops is completely smashed. One of the beds are broken. Just the materials alone is going to cost at least $2,500.
$2,500? How am I supposed to get that? I'm a college student.
I mean, I'm going to have to file a claim against Airbnb's guarantee policy, and I don't think that that's going to cut. Fuck.
For anyone who didn't see my last video, I had an Airbnb that looked like this. Then I had guests book the property, and by the time that they checked out, it looked like this. The Airbnb was completely destroyed. Here you can see more photos of what the guests did. At first glance, I thought we were gonna have tens of thousands of dollars of damage just because everything looked destroyed, but my team was actually able to save some of it. Okay, so basically to summarize what happened, 2 siblings booked this property. It was a brother and a sister. The sister did not stay there, only the brother did, and then he invited his girlfriend over. Well, apparently they got into an altercation and the girlfriend destroyed the home. When they checked out, the boyfriend actually came outside with a gun and started shooting at the car that she got inside of. He did call the
Oh, this is a different twist. Now it's getting violent. It's getting violent. And I hate these because ones like this, that means your neighbors are going to look at you weird. Eventually the city comes back and they say, hey, you can't do Airbnb no more. You get a citation or something like that. Or if you live in one of those cities where you got to have a license to do Airbnb, your license gets pulled. And this happens to people all the time because they don't vet the people that come in. Or, I mean, I don't know how you would vet something like this. The guy starts shooting. I mean, dude, that's just bad all around. That's why Airbnb right now costs more as much as getting a hotel. Probably even more in some cases, depending on the layout. But that's crazy.
police. When everything first happened, we reached out to the guests, but they told us that it was actually the girlfriend that destroyed everything and that we should contact her. When we tried to contact the girlfriend, we realized that it wasn't actually her number, it was her mom's number. I don't think that her mom understood the extent to which she damaged the home, because the mom was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so embarrassed, like, I will take.
So she used her mom's number in her Airbnb account, which tells me previously she probably had some other issues where Airbnb probably banned her or they couldn't use her. I wonder if she used her mom's account also. Some of them will do it.
Care of it all, just let me know how much. Obviously, I showed you guys the photos. Pretty much everything was destroyed. The TVs, the fireplaces, the couches, thousands of dollars of items. So here's where we're at currently. We submitted an air cover claim for $7,369.89. Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be more, but our team was able to salvage a lot and kind of put it all back together. Not everything was broken. A lot of things were just misplaced, thrown around, but they weren't necessarily broken, or our team was able to fix it. The things we weren't able to save, we put in an air cover request for. So the total in damage was $7,369 from the guests. We had to submit photos for everything that was damaged along with prices. Here you can see all the things that we had to submit. Honestly, even creating this air cover claim took so much time from our team just because you had to go through and submit photos of everything along with the price that it originally was. This is the gun that he used to shoot at the girlfriend's car when she left.
Oh my God. Yo, crazy. They should have his behind arrested, bro. They should have had his behind arrested. He should have been arrested and dragged right out. He should be banned from Airbnb, VRBO, all those short-term rental sites for life. It should be. Because nobody wants to deal with that. Now, this is the other portion. Airbnb is not the best way to make money right now in the market. But we're going into the spring season, right? When you go into the winter season, all these seasons, you'll see the seasonal runs, and then you'll have times where it just drops. Some people were getting rentals done. I know were getting like fully booked every day almost for months on out. Airbnb raised the fee. They raised their fee to adjust it. Boom, it dropped. It dropped. It dropped. There are so many other less stressful ways to make money in real estate right now. Airbnb is just not. I'm done with that dream. I'm done with that dream. That's not a dream. And some people do it great. Don't get it twisted. Some people do very good jobs at it. I actually looked at a management company handling mine because I just felt like it would have been better. It just would have been better. Less having to go deal with cleaners, do the cleaning when the cleaner doesn't pop up. Oh, hell no.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. The property obviously did get damaged. We're working on repairing it. The saddest part is just like, it's not just my hard work. It's my hard work. It's my students' hard work. There's a lot that goes into setting up these properties, running a business. It's not easy.
They don't care. They don't care.